and so begins part 3 of the great Macedonian Yugoslav Spomenik road trip. In this section, I'll be driving around the Pelagonia region, visiting the cities of Resen, Bitola, Kruševo, Prilep, and who knows where else. Let's find out. Oh wow, here in the village of Kruševo, one of the earliest examples of a mosaic wall in Macedonia. This is the Ilinden Uprising Memorial Mosaic, and I've seen articles indicating that it was unveiled in either 1953 or 1956. The mosaic depicts revolutionary fighters who took part in the uprising, celebrating after their all too brief victory against the Ottoman Empire in 1903. Now this monument marks the spot where Ottoman soldiers executed 12 youths. The inscription at the bottom here reads, "Glory to the heroes, etc., etc., 1903, against the Bashi Bazouk of the Turkish Sultan." The Bashi Bazouk. A Bashi Bazouk was an irregular soldier of the Ottoman army, like an Albanian mercenary, for example, but one who received no salary. He had to live off of the looting. Just found a date, bottom right. Those articles that said 1953 and 1956, all wrong. The date here on the mosaic is 1954. To the left of the mosaic wall is a Yugoslav Spomenik from 1985. And the inscription is listing 4 names, local fighters who died from this village in World War II, fighting the fascists. Okay, now for a quick stop at the small town of Resen, which is the only town of the Prespa area, Lake Prespa. I took you there yesterday. That's also part of the Pelagonia region, but I included it last video. Sorry for the confusion. Anyway, there's a palace you're supposed to see in this small town, and we're driving through, so why not? Resen is known for its apples. They got people selling apples around here. Gotta get one. Some nice architecture in this town. So walking now to the Saray, the palace. Saray, S-A-R-A-J, is what the locals call it. Comes from the Turkish word, saray. And here it is, built from 1895 by the local Ottoman Bey, an ethnic Albanian. Now it's unique for Macedonia due to its neoclassical architecture. And the communists turned it into the House of Culture, as it says above the entrance. Next up is the city of Bitola, where I'll stay for 2 nights. It's about a half an hour drive from here. Now, this is a fine start to our visit in Bitola. A pair of old, ruined American fighter jets operated by the JNA, the Yugoslav People's Army, probably in the 80s, during the Cold War. Now, Atlas Obscura wrote that there was an important Air Force base here in Bitola during the Cold War, and that these jets would have been a part of that. But then I've read from other sources that there was no air base here, so who can say? Now to check into the hotel and then take a closer look at this city of Bitola. Yeah, it's about right for 20 bucks a night. It's got free private parking though, right in the center of the city, so can't put a price on that. Let's see the view. And my guard dog here is a lot fiercer than the one I had in Ohrid. Watch. What, you're used to me already? You're not gonna attack? Come on. Okay. So we'll begin with a 12-minute walk to the reason Bitola has been on my map for a while now. No good Turk visits Bitola without a pilgrimage to this site. And here it is. Ataturk, founder of modern Turkey. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk went to school here, military school. He served in the army in Bitola. Let's take a look inside. You get the idea. A lot of statues and pictures and quotes from Ataturk. Oh, Ataturk, a notorious heartbreaker. This poster is the only love letter by a girl from Bitola. And it's pathetic. I'll read some of it. To Kemal Ataturk, somewhere and sometimes there have been so many years, and I still, every day, wait a word from you. If ever you receive this letter, remember me and see the tears on the paper. The years pass by. I have heard so many things about you. Something is going on. If you read this letter while you were kissing another woman, tear it apart and ask her if she believes that some Eleni Karinte from Bitola spent all her life for a man that she was with only for one day. But if you love her as much as I love you, don't tell her anything and let her be happy as you are. But if you still remember the girl from the balcony and don't love anyone else, know that I'm still waiting for you and that I will be waiting for you for the rest of my life. I know you will be back, that you haven't forgotten me. And it goes on. Her father died, and she talks about how, he snapped her from Ataturk and locked her in the room for a month so she couldn't see him, and so on. Wow. Oh, Ataturk. Kind of reminds me of me. Both Turks, both with steely blue eyes, leaders of men, adored by the ladies. All right, calm down, calm down. There is a Yugoslav Spomenik around here. Several, in fact. But first, gaze upon this. The House of Army, House of the Officers, completed 1919 under patronage of Abdul Karim Pasha. It was conceived as a synthesis between a fortress and a palace, and until the 1990s, it served as the home of officers. Right at the corner of the House of Army is this Yugoslav monument to Stefan Namov. Now, Stefan was a Macedonian Yugoslav partisan who was one of the organizers of the communist-led resistance during World War II in Bitola. And at age 21, he killed himself rather than fall into the hands of the Bulgarian police. He was promptly declared a people's hero of Yugoslavia. The pedestrian heart of this city, where the House of Army is and many other monuments and buildings you're going to see, is Sharak Sokak. It sounds Turkish, doesn't it? Sokak, street. Lots of nice buildings, nice architecture on Sharak Sokak. Just ordered a tripe stew specific to Bitola. What animal is it coming from?
Pork.
Pig tripe.
Pig, yes.
This is garlic in here. Pig stomach stew, and it's fantastic, especially with the pepper and the garlic. I was going to give you a tour of the place, but I spent more time than planned with that pig belly soup. It was really good. But I do see one more monument to show you before boozing time. It's the monument to the Macedonian revolutionary, 2004. Not Yugoslav, but looks pretty cool. More importantly, behind it, the massive Yugoslav modernist House of Culture. This was completed in 1980. Let's walk around it. The plaque here says the community funded this House of Culture all by themselves. And the work started in 1975. American corner. all the wood paneling. I wonder how far in I can get before somebody stops me. This is a big screen. It might be bigger than the one in Rešica, Romania, the one that has the biggest screen in Romania, outside of Bucharest. I can't believe I haven't seen a single person inside this building yet. Look at this. Landlord just called. He feels bad about my room. He's giving me a free upgrade. Much nicer. Now, this is what 20 bucks should get you. It's a balcony. Let's go outside. And here's the view from the balcony. I can see the clock tower. That's a landmark. We'll visit it tomorrow. It's 10 p.m. Let's see what's going on in Bitola. This is Magnolia Square, the main square of the city. This is the old bazaar. Come back tomorrow when there's life here. But this came with the arrival of the Ottoman Empire. What, in the 1400s? It grew to the third most important city in the Ottoman Empire in Europe after Istanbul and Thessaloniki. Bitola had around 2,000 shops on these 30 streets that make up the old bazaar. Let's go back to the drinking side of the river Dragor.
Uveren sam, kapitan reka. Cigani chegani, e teu carro está chegando, se chuvali. Vai no fenômeno, nasce na colônia.
Good morning. All right, let's look at a couple landmarks. Maybe a shave and a haircut. Find a Spomenik. I don't know. Let's see. This is the Catholic Co-Cathedral of the Sacred Heart, completed in 1909. Heading back to the main square of the city, Magnolia Square. The square's centerpiece is Philip II of Macedonia, the father of Alexander the Great. This is a monument to the local Macedonians who died fighting the Albanians during the 2001 insurgency. I'll tell you a simplified history of this, per a guy I was speaking to last night at the bar. He said, after the boys from Albania took Kosovo from Serbia, thanks to America bombing Belgrade, he said the same people that fought in Kosovo came over to Macedonia and attacked Macedonia. And then he said, fortunately, America wasn't bombing Skopje, and we were able to keep our borders. That's his story. The old clock tower, Sat Kula, built 1664 by the Ottomans originally, and then rebuilt in the 1830s by the Ottomans. Actually, there's a sign on the clock tower. It said it was built, or at least mentioned for the first time in 1639. There's a little door on the tower. I thought maybe we can get in and climb it, but it's locked. Now for a daytime stroll around the old bazaar. See if there's any life this time. Behind me, Yeni Mosque, completed 1558. This is the Isak Çelebi Mosque, biggest mosque in town, completed 1506. Just behind the mosque, I see something Yugo up ahead. Google Maps says this is a waterworks building. Dude, the old bazaar is dead. Every shop is closed. And smart that I am, I just figured it out. It's Labor Day. It's May 1st. I'm not gonna be able to get a haircut today either. This is the Yugoslav-era Javor Trade Center. Well, hopefully the visit to this old bazaar area will be redeemed in about 2 minutes with a Yugoslav Spomenik. Monument to deported Jews, 1958. Here comes Bitola's main Macedonian Orthodox Church, Church of St. Demetrius, completed in 1830. Wow. In comparison with the exterior, the interior is very luxurious. The most famous thing in this church is this wood-carved iconostasis from 1842. Always the winner in any church. Scenes of the final judgment. Is this a Turk getting bent over in hell here? You know, it was the Ottomans who gave the Macedonians permission to build this church. And these are the guys that went to heaven. I'm glad I visited this one. Churches in Ohrid had me so traumatized I almost skipped this. And now to drink for the rest of the day. If I don't film anything more, you're missing a good time. The bathroom in this bar reminds me of China. Who needs dividers? Leaving Bitola today and continuing our drive around the Pelagonia region. But first, some breakfast. Burek, I think. And let's check out the old bazaar for the third time. It's a Thursday. It's not a holiday. Maybe finally something's going on. Okay, let's see. Take 3. I mentioned earlier this bazaar is related to the arrival of the Ottoman Turks at the end of the 1300s. It's related closely to the Bezistan that I just walked through. Much better. People are on the streets, the shops are open. And now back to the FJ. Every bank's got a line out the door. Another line, another bank. One of Bitola's must-sees are the ruins of the ancient Greek city, Heraclea. Let's make that our last stop. Heraclea Lynkestis, founded in the 300s BC by Philip II of Macedon, Alexander the Great's father. The city was named after the mythological hero Heracles. Hercules to the Romans. This is the city fountain. The inscription at the top there says, "In the 35th year of the reign of our most pious master Flavius Justinian I, in the time of the most holy and blessed Bishop John, a city fountain was made in the month of September on the 10th day, the 10th indiction." Now you know. After the ancient Greeks, this city was ruled by the Romans. Emperor Hadrian built this theater in the 100s AD. After the Roman period was the late antiquity and Byzantine period, and then the city was captured by the Slavs, who built some huts in the theater area. The end. Let's hit the road. Got some Spomeniks today. So today's a Spomenik hop to the highest town in Macedonia, where I'll stay for 2 nights. This small town is named Demirhisar. Comes from Ottoman Turkish times. Iron Fortress is what it translates to, Demirhisar. And here's the first Spomenik. Monument to Fallen Fighters, 1968. It's northward and upward bound for about 30 minutes to the next stop. The road's been climbing for about 20 minutes. Let's enjoy the view for a moment. We've reached Kruševo, and this is the Mečkin Kamen Monument. I like the story behind this one. It was August 12th, 1903. The Ottoman forces were bearing down on the town of Kruševo after the onset of the Ilinden uprising. While Ilinden forces met the advancing Ottomans up north on Plum Hill, we'll go there soon, another unit of Ilinden rebels stood resistance here on Mečkin Kamen, which translates to Bear's Stone. With 18 men led by the commander, Pituguli, the rebel group made a last stand. Pituguli and his rebel fighters fought the Ottomans to the very end. When they ran out of ammunition, they even lifted and threw boulders at the oncoming Ottomans. In 1983, this bronze sculpture memorial was built, placed on the spot of the battle of an Ilinden fighter throwing a boulder. Perhaps it's Pituguli himself. There's metal letters at the base of the monument here. In English, it translates to freedom or death. That's a Yugoslav-era hotel. Take a closer look at that later. Check out this view from my balcony. Now for a Spomenik I'm most excited about for today. Walking up the hill to the Ilinden Monument, 1974 by Jordan Grabul, you know that name by now, and his wife, Iskra Grabul. This complex is also known as the Makedonium. And midway up the hill, we have this crypt memorial. Housed here are the remains of liberation fighters and other Macedonian heroes. And there are 58 bronze markers. And inscribed on these markers are historical events, roughly in chronological order, useful for the education of youth groups who might be up here on school trips back in Yugoslav times. And on the final approach to the Macedonium Dome is this vibrant amphitheater by Petar Mazov. And there's about 200 pylon seats here and brightly decorated mosaics on these two walls. Do you love it or what? So the Macedonium, the Spomenik, the building is 25 meters tall, and the shape, they say, represents that of a mace weapon. The official name of the Spomenik is the Ilenden Monument. Now, the Ilenden Uprising, as you know, was an uprising of Macedonian rebels against Ottoman rule on August 2nd, 1903. And the resistance fighters proclaimed this newly liberated land of Kruševo as Republic of Kruševo, under the leadership of school teacher turned war hero, Nikola Karev. A guy just came up with keys and opened up the door. Let's go inside. Nice acoustics on the inside. Got these massive stained glass windows. There are 8 wall reliefs, an abstract depiction of the struggles of Macedonia, starting with the Ilenden Uprising and through the Yugoslav period. A tomb memorial to Nikola Karev, and his remains are interred in the foundation of this building. From in there, with the acoustics, you could clearly hear a thunderstorm approaching. The Republic of Kruševo lasted not even 2 weeks before the Ottomans sent a 176,000 Turkish-strong army to reclaim the land, and they executed 9,000 Macedonians in retaliation. And so ends the Ilenden Uprising. Modular kiosks. Next to the Spomenik parking lot is the People's Liberation Museum, 1988. Not modernist, interestingly enough. It's locked, but we're in luck. You can see right through the windows here to this massive mural on the inside. This is by famed Macedonian artist Borko Laseski. Also adjacent to the Spomenik parking lot is the Kruševo Partizan Memorial Cemetery. Not this. This is a mausoleum for a famous Macedonian pop star. But right behind this mausoleum that they put up in 2020 is the Partizan Memorial Cemetery, where 72 fighters who perished during World War II are buried. Let's see what this pop star mausoleum has inside of it. Just looked him up. So his name was Toshe Proeski, and he was a top act in the Macedonian and Balkan music scene. And he died in a car crash in 2007, age 26. Let's get some food. So this town, Kruševo, which translates to place of the pear trees, is the highest town in Macedonia, as I mentioned before, 1,350 meters above sea level. This is a dried red pepper and leek inside with eggplant. And then some sheep cheese, some local cheese. Nothing for you, nothing for you. Right across the street from my restaurant, coincidentally, is another Spomenik. 1953 statue of Nikola Karev the school teacher turned ruler of the short-lived Republic of Kruševo. The artist, Jordan Grabul. Now, this is realist, so this was early in his career before he gravitated toward modernism. It rained last night, and that is why, I am told, mud comes out of my faucet when I turn on the tap, so I gotta pick up some bottled water. This mountainous town is known for its Ottoman architecture dating back to the 1800s. I just found out my landlady is Vlach. Like 21% of this town is Vlach. Look it up, it's complicated. But it has to do with Romanian, sort of. But it's a weird language. I'm gonna ask her to say some things. I've never been in a town where an official language is Vlach. I've actually never heard Vlach before. I've never met a Vlach person before. Okay, so how are you is?
Kumeshchi.
Kumeshchi, how are you? Any other phrases? How about, like if you say like good morning or...
Morning, kalimera. Civas mățmăne. What will... Civas mățmăne. What will you eat tomorrow?
Perfect. It's Holy Thursday in Macedonian Orthodox world, and in most of the Orthodox world. Let's go down to the center. Church of St. Nicholas, see what's going on, if anything. What a picturesque town, huh? Sun's going down in 16 minutes. Here is St. Nicholas Church. The original church was built in 1832, but it was severely damaged due to the Ilinden uprising. So this church was built in 1905. This town smells like burning wood right now from all the fireplaces going. It's nice. Mastika again. It's 11 o'clock. The waitress told me Old School is the place to be. Heading there. Good morning. A little chilly. 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's check out this Yugoslav-era hotel behind me. Hotel Montana. It's built in 1973. It's about a 5-minute walk from where I'm staying. This hotel is a log cabin style modernist creation. So this hotel would have been a government-owned and created resort complex offered to the people. Hopefully they have breakfast. Not only do they have breakfast, they have a large Yugoslav mural of the Battle of Mečkin Kamen by Borko Lezeski, the same artist who created the mural we saw in the locked People's Liberation Museum yesterday. This mural was originally painted within the Skopje Army Hall in 1950, but after the 1963 earthquake destroyed it, it was repainted here in 1991. It's titled Ilinden 1903. And just like yesterday's Spomenik told us, you can see one of the Macedonian rebels throwing a boulder down at the Turks. I ordered a Kruševo breakfast that comes with a Kruševo pie. Here's what that looks like. pretty good. Thin layers of dough. It's got cheese inside. With this hotel being perched on the southern slopes of Kruševo, nice view of the town from up here. You can see the Macedonia from up here. Can you see the cross way out there? How about we drive to that? I missed the cross in Skopje. Let's not miss the cross in Kruševo. Wow, it's windy. Maybe going up the mountain to that cross. Stupid idea. I waited a couple hours, but it's still windy. I don't want to lose the day, so doing the drive, heading to the cross. Kruševo has an artificial lake, a place to swim in the summer, and look how nice it looks from inside the car, where it's not windy. I just had to step outside. Regretted it instantly. Back to the car. Up Plum Hill, Bordusliva, to check out the Plum Hill Battle Monument I was telling you about yesterday. This is from 1963. This was the other significant battle around these parts during the Ilinden Uprising. This one took place August 12th, 1903. The Macedonians lost, of course, to the Ottomans, again, just as in the other battle. So on the same day that Pituguli and his men were tossing boulders down on the Ottomans, south of here in Mexican Common, 40 to 50 rebel fighters here on Plum Hill were fighting off the advance of some 3,000 Ottoman troops, giving the women and children some time to flee. Every fighter up here was killed. They say, on a clear day, you can see Skopje from up here. It's the capital of Macedonia. It's so windy, I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my phone. Inside the cross. I think it's time to drink somewhere warm, inside, maybe with a fireplace. Drove a bit down the hill, just stopped the car to show you a view of Kruševo. It's pretty small from up here, doesn't it? And here's how you say Happy Easter in Vlach.
Mulțani Paștile.
Heading to the center, in case you couldn't tell. This is the Romanian Church of St. John the Baptist, constructed in 1904. The center of the Vlach community here. Let's see if this Vlach church is open. Well, this sign says they started building this church in 1897, and it was completed in 1903. check out the detail on this wood-carved iconostasis. Beautiful. That was my first Vlach Orthodox church. Very impressed. Beautiful. Pitulici. It's like a Macedonian garlic crepe. And homemade Kruševo sausage. We visited this church yesterday. Let's do it again, this time for Orthodox Good Friday. Here's another monument to that famous Macedonian musician. Nice. They're using old Russian Ladas as ambulances in this town. Good morning. Final walk into town. There are some local sweets I must buy, I'm told. And then it's time to say goodbye to Kruševo. And look, right across from where I'm staying is a statue up here. Haven't been up here yet. Let's see what it is. A statue and a horse. So, letters and numbers are missing here, but we recognize this face. This is Pituguli, the leader of the rebels at Machkin Kamen. Not throwing a boulder this time. Small modernist building in the center. Calling this a Macedonian omelet. They say the best celuvki and lokum are in Kruševo. And the best place to buy celuvki and lokum in Kruševo is this wooden building here. This is celuvki. Translates to kisses. I bought kisses from Kruševo. And then I also got some lokum, Turkish delight. Beautiful packaging of the lokum, the Turkish delight. And because it's Orthodox Easter Saturday now, I got celevki shaped in some Easter theme of, is it ducks or fish? Wow, is that sweet. So that's it for Kruševo. I'm gonna pause recording for a couple days. I'm leaving Pelagonia region, headed back to Ohrid, actually, hanging out with a friend over the Orthodox Easter weekend. Don't worry, I'll be back. You're not even gonna miss me, are you? Whatever. Peace out. It's been a couple days. A couple days have passed since I saw you last in Pelagonia region. I'm in Bitola again. Not going to show you much. You've already seen everything there is to see. He hasn't. Emre is here now.
First time.
My Turkish friend who has broken free of the narrative.
I have broken.
He is free. And look where I took him.
I'm putting the pieces together on my own now.
At a Turks high school. Okay, there are some things I didn't show you last time. This is a statue of Steve Naumov. National hero. Died 1942, World War II. Killed in a fight with Bulgarian fascist police, along with a fellow partisan. Show me your great-grandfather. That's Ataturk. Oh, the guy right in between. That's him. Wow. Noticing quite a few Spomeniki monuments that I Missed first time around. Ivar with like a garlic cheese bread. Go ahead, grab some. Go ahead, dig in, dig in. Action, action. Yeah, look at that action. Macedonian pork mushroom stew. Selsko meso.
Where from?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
They said we need to find walnut rakia. Orev rakia. So it's in Greece.
Lady. Lady.
Yeah.
Lady.
Another round of presidential elections coming up on Wednesday. The House of Officers again. I won't tell you when they said it was built because he's convinced me it's all bullshit. Tell me. It's just look. It's down here. It's so far away. Okay, you're telling me. Fuck the people. Fuck the people. So look, we're looking at the stones here. See these stones?
Tell people about these stones.
We don't build them like this. We don't. That's not our group of people. They're playing music inside this snack bar. Emre wants to hear it. He's demanding the windows be open so the outside people can enjoy the entertainment too. But it's not working out for him. Nothing ever does work out for him. What did they say?
They're filming. They don't want the noise from the street.
Yeah. You tell them we'll be quiet?
It's not us. It's the street people.
Pastor Malia. Say it.
Pastor Malia.
Go ahead, destroy it. Do your thing.
Yum, yum, yum.
I don't know if you can see this. 188 is me and 18 is Emre. We got two more.
I beat you
We got
twice
two more rounds to
already.
go.
No, you don't get to do this. I kicked your ass twice.
He gave me little spankings, but this is a
Little
big spanking. This is a big
spankings. I
smack
kicked your
across
ass
the
twice.
face.
I'm teaching you how to play this game.
Look at this. It looks like the Catholic Church might be open. The first time in like the 4 or 5 days I've been here. Locked.
Can't pray
But you
on Tuesdays.
can still see.
Nothing special here, except for these marble columns.
Last time I showed you Heraclea, I didn't show you the large basilica mosaic work. I only showed you the small basilica. So feast your eyes on this. Yeah, the mosaics are under here. That's why I didn't show it to you last time. Covered it up for winter. They'll dig it out later. I won't be here. You won't be here.
How far down?
Okay, ready to drive to our next city in the Pelagonia region, Prilep. Emre's excited. Prilep! Yeah. This is Prilep, our destination. Fourth largest city, something like 60,000 people. Fourth largest city, but look at the setting at the base of the mountains. So we're in the municipality of Prilep and we're driving through a village called Prilepets. A surprise for Emre. So basically we're hitting the outskirts of the city before we get to the center and we'll stay 2 nights. But a surprise for Emre,
Why is this a surprise for me?
where we're going.
Yeah, it is a surprise. I don't know where we're going.
It's gonna
I was
be a
told
surprise.
this was gonna be a dirt road.
It's
but
gonna be
not.
it's gonna be your first time.
It's all concrete.
Whatever it is, it's gonna be your first
It's all
time.
asphalt.
Monastery of St. Nicholas. But that's not the surprise for Emre. Bridging the religious gap. A Turk and a Christian door handle. The inscription here says something about 1872. He's a child. He's just a child.
Baby. Look at his teeth. Look at his teeth. He's got baby teeth.
I came all the way out here to surprise Emre. It was going to be his very first Spomenik, and he doesn't want anything to do with it. So there are 9 marble pillars here, erected in 1977. 1 pillar for each killed partisan fighter. killed by Bulgarian fascist forces while they were hiding out here at St. Nicholas Monastery, December 19th, 1942. Thanks for guarding my FJ. See you next time. Come on and take a ride with a hell of a guy.
Right? Oh, can you log, please?
So you'd rather hike down a hill than see a Spomenik?
I don't even know what the fuck a Spomenik is.
No, you would have learned if you were with me. You're in luck.
I guess I would have.
You are in luck, my friend.
I am super lucky.
Because we have another stop.
Another Spomenik.
Another Spomenik.
Spomik.
It's for you. Fuck him. We're in the big city of Prilep now.
I'm so excited.
And
for what we're about to see.
you have a chance to redeem yourself.
Can't wait to see this.
Because this monument is by Spomenik rock star, famed Belgrade architect, say it with me, Bodan Bogdanović. This is the burial mound of the unbeaten. The burial mound of the unbeaten. And this park is the Park of the Revolution.
Wow, look at this mound.
So this Spomenik commemorates the roughly 800 killed partisan fighters who fought to liberate Prilep from the Bulgarian and Germans during World War II.
Germans were here during the World War II?
And the Bulgarians.
They came down this far?
Down this far.
These stones are old.
Due to the fierce fighting here in Prilep, the city in 1975 was named a People's Heroes City. That's the highest honor any Yugoslav city could be granted. Prior to that, in the 60s, the Yugoslav government recognized it as a partisan town. Now, the mayor of Prilep wanted to commemorate this honor of being named a partisan town. And so he commissioned Bodan Bogdanović to create
Rock
this
star.
memorial. One stone, by the way, Emre figured this one out, 1 stone per 100 killed fighters.
Because there's 8 in total.
Now, Bodan Bogdanović was given only 1 year to complete this. So this was the fastest completion of any project by Bogdanović. He was given 1 year because he needed to meet the deadline for the Prilep Jubilee. The Jubilee was a 20-year anniversary of the rising up of Macedonia against anti-fascism, and that rising up was instigated here in Prilep. This was where it all started.
Right here.
Right here. And this is the burial mound of the unbeaten. 1961. I'm not giving up on him yet. He's going to catch the Spomenik fever. You'll see. Yeah.
Hey.
Today's our drinking day and our outskirts of Prilep day.
Yeah.
So you ready for another Spomenik? Come on.
Do another
Come on.
Spomenik.
So maybe abstract is not your thing. So we have a surprise for you. A different sort of Spomenik.
Spomenik.
Here in the village of Majučište. It's still in the municipality of Prilep. Here it comes. Monument to fallen fighters.
Oh, look at that Sputnik.
So this 1978 Spomenik is more than just a sculpture. It is also a crypt. The remains of the fallen World War II fighters are here. Bronze.
So they built this.
Pivot.
And then they forgot about it, looks like.
Okay, let's do one more village of Prilep before we get to the city center. Looks like we're driving through a gypsy area here, a Roma area. Spomeniks always take you somewhere on the map you wouldn't think to go. That's the beauty.
You wouldn't want to go.
That's the beauty of Spomenik hopping.
not to go.
You wouldn't want to go.
You wouldn't want to go. In the middle of the gypsy.
Look, you would have missed all this.
We're in the middle of a gypsy village. We left my car behind because the road's so shitty. I am nervous right now because I think they might break in my car any minute.
What are the chances? What are the chances?
Chances are pretty high. I would say, I don't know, more than 30%.
More than 30.
Yeah. Look at this.
Wow. Are you still going to try to tell me that no one cares about Yugoslav-era Spomeniks? I mean, come on, look at this.
Look at this. Careful.
You walking through a landfill.
Plastic.
You enjoying your road trip with me so far?
Look, those are nice shoes. Look at this. Look at this bag. These are virtually brand new clothes. I don't know what they're doing here.
Definitely need something better to report on your travels then.
Like a better hobby?
Yeah, better hobby.
You know, the upside of all of this is that if you take this home, no one will notice.
So, here's the story. This is the Dobnica Massacre Monument. They put it up in 1972 on the 30th anniversary of the execution of 19 civilians. The execution took place on this site.
Right here.
Right here. Now, this isn't the original monument. The original monument was made of metal, and in 2006 it disappeared, and then they found pieces of it in the Roma neighborhood down below. We just drove through it, selling it off for scrap metal. So this is a replacement since 2019, and it is not made of metal because this entire area is surrounded by the Roma, the gypsies. No offense, but you know what? Your car really might not be there when we come back. Your car's probably gone. Yeah, so we left Emmer's car right in the middle of the Roma encampment because the roads got so deep rutted and muddy that he didn't want to drive it. I got caught in barbed wire. That he didn't think his BMW could handle it. So let's see if his car is still there when we get to it in 10 minutes. What did you pick for me here? Can I see it? What is that?
Got you a flower, buddy.
No, hold it.
Hand
Hand it to me, and I'll just put it down on the.
Give it to you.
Yeah, thank you. These are illegal to pick in Turkey. Not in Macedonia, I presume.
We're not in Turkey.
Lead the way then. It all ended well for Emre. His car, untouched by human hands. In the big city now, here for 2 nights. I know what you're thinking. Where have I heard Prilep before? Prilep, it sounds so familiar, doesn't it? Prilep. Prilep. Gordon Grabul. He was born in Prilep. You've seen a lot of his Spomeniks in the past videos. And big one, Borko Lezeski was born here as well. He's the one that made one of the largest Yugoslav-era murals. It was put up in the Skopje train station and destroyed in the 1963 earthquake. Well, you're in luck because he recreated that mural here in his hometown of Prilep. And if the place is open, we're gonna check it out. It is 5 p.m. already. And tomorrow's a holiday, elections, it'll be closed then, so fingers crossed. So here it is, the 1993 recreation of the lost mural of the Skopje train station. The original spanned over 100 meters. This recreation does not. There wasn't enough wall space. So we knocked through a decent amount of the Yugoslav stuff today. Now just a walk about the Prilep city center. See what we see. I think this used to be an Ottoman Han. I don't see it on the map, but it looks Ottomanish. One of the traditional cash crops of Prilep is tobacco. Big names that you know use Prilep tobacco. Marlboro, Camel. Oh, I can go on, stop me. This is the ruined Çarşı Mosque from 1476. I'm getting the impression that the Turks were here.
Where?
The Turks were here.
Where?
Here.
Oh, right here.
Right here.
We're still here.
The Turks were here. We're still here. Wow, and it's used as a garbage dump site. Seriously, look at this. It's like people fucking live. This is in the middle of town. In the middle of town, it smells like a sewer.
Homeless shelter.
Yeah, this mosque has become an open air homeless shelter. Look, there's literally shit on the ground. There's literally shit all over the floor here. Wow.
See if we can go in the minaret.
Why don't you walk ahead of me here? Go through that dump site there and
Right there.
go. Check it out. Unbelievable.
Yes, we can. Ew, maybe not. Cow shit.
Oh my god. More shit.
Literally shit.
But otherwise you'd be able to walk up the stairs to the top of the minaret.
Jump over that shit.
Look. King Marco, you see?
Finally.
And this beer is brewed here in Prilep.
Yeah, either.
Breaded yellow cheese, Ivar for appetizers. The waiter told us we needed to get the garlic casserole, so we ordered not one but 2 garlic casseroles. Dinner with a view, brutalist balconies. It's a giant village. It's the 4th largest?
Yes.
4th largest city, but
Yes.
it's a city. It just feels like a city of villagers, like a giant village.
It's a giant village.
And this is no insult, it's just an observation. Yes. Here he is again, the man that gave us the beer.
And his fat horse.
Where do you go? I'm going. I have directions and I follow them. This is the mighty Prilepska Reka, by the way.
Mighty.
The mighty. Yes.
Super mighty.
Nice fountain. You still think it's a glorified village?
Yes.
Does a glorified village have a fountain like this?
Yes.
Coffee and sugar. Bedtime.
Right before bed. Here's our castle.
What a place, huh? What a place. Look at these doors.
Yeah.
The stained glass.
I guess it's not locked.
We don't make things like this. Look at the look at this room. This is our living room.
That'd be good. Instead of this, there's a bathroom here.
Good morning. I came back to the ruined mosque, the Çarşı Mosque. I was talking to a local this morning, and he said that this place stood as it had since 1475 up until 2001 when they burned it down. And the reason they burned it down was that some local Macedonians here were recruited to fight the Albanians in the civil war in 2001, and they were ambushed by the Albanians and killed. So the town rose up. It was a bit of a payback, burned down the mosque and a number of Albanian businesses. European Union offered to restore this mosque, to give money to Prilep, and the mayor at the time said the mosque stands as it does for a reason. The Albanians aren't welcome here. And this is a reminder of that. The minaret has 2 balconies, and that made this a rare example of Islamic architecture in Macedonia. The Leaning Clock Tower of Prilep. Can you see that there's a lean? It's 118 centimeters inclination. It was built in 1858. Yeah, tobacco, big part of this town, and white stone, marble. These are Yugoslav-era sculptures, and there's a lot of them throughout the city center. A ton. Prilep has a marble quarry and a azure blue lake in the middle of it. Very beautiful. Too tired to show you. Look it up. Or head over to my members only. No, there is none. Not yet. Don't get excited. It's coming. The thing to eat in Prilep is stuffed lamb stomach. Shirdan. He knows all about shirdan. It's a specialty in his village of Adana in Turkey. Anyway, can't find it. You can't say you've been to Prilep if you haven't tasted its shirdan. It's a specialty here. Can't find it. But we haven't given up.
It's dragging me to all these weird little streets.
If you noticed, Emre seems a little bit excited right now. It's because I've taken him to another Spomeniks surprise.
These meaningless Sputniks.
Spomeniks surprise. Here it is.
Where?
They're actually keeping this one up nice. This is a Spomenik in honor of two locals who were killed in an ambush by Bulgarian soldiers. And here's what they looked like back here. This Spomenik was unveiled in 1974. This place has the shirdan. Mission accomplished. Emre Bey got pljeskavica, not shirdan. Yeah, here's my shirdan, and it's not like how they prepare it in Adana, another town famous for shirdan. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. What is it stuffed with? What do you think it's stuffed with?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, no, really. Now I could say I've been to Prilep. You can't.
Yeah.
Emre is not only addicted to Spomeniks, he now loves brutalism.
Love it.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Check this out. I don't really have balls here right now. What? Strong entrance.
Church of the Holy Annunciation, 1838.
Hey, hold on, shut that shit up. It smells like a church.
Smells like candles and incense. Yeah. No photos allowed. Or videos, I'm sure. It doesn't say videos, it says no photos. Bell Tower, 1869, etched into it. That's a big chinar. Another church, Church of the Holy Transfiguration. At the gate it says 1871. You can really see it slant. The leaning bell clock, the leaning clock tower of Prilep. It's gonna rain. The rain's coming faster than we can run. You sure it's not that tower? It's the tower. It's the tower, right? It's the tower. It's the tower. Look at the storm drain. Ljubljana, Prilep, it's all part of the same country. Back in Yugoslav days. Emre says it's safe to walk home now for a power nap.
Emre says.
Now that the lightning has slowed down and it looks like it's never gonna rain.
Hopefully.
we're safe.
Sarajka.
Sarajka.
Yes.
From the Sarai.
We got our baklava. We got our pool tables. Quack, 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 quack.
Did not win the last game.
Just like
You
a couple
lost
days.
4-0.
Just like a couple
In
days ago.
pool.
Just like a
In
couple.
pool.
Just like a
You
couple.
lost 4-0.
Similar-
You're such a bad loser. I didn't know about that year.
Similar to darts.
I did not know that about you.
I observed my enemy.
You're worst.
I learned his weaknesses,
You
and I struck, and I emerged
had to
victorious.
ask for some
The
toilet
last game
paper.
always counts. The last game always
you would've
counts.
cried. You
So,
would've cried. You would've
spanking to Emre.
cried.
Spanking number 2. Spanking number 2.
cried. You wish.
Man on a horse. King Marco. Man on a very anatomically correct horse. You've seen this house a few times now. It's the oldest house in the city. I was talking to a guy this morning. He said 2 families live in that house. 2 families that hate each other. They're fighting over the inheritance. So we're leaving Pelagonia today. The video is almost over. But on our drive out, I got at least 2 more Spomeniks surprises for Emre. He's going to love it. Check out of our hostel, Antica Guest House. 10 euros a night is what we paid. And this was my room. See? White stone. There's the Prilep marble quarry over there. Look at this. Just stopped at a gas station. Still in Prilep. A Spomenik. 1971. This is the monument to Teleski and Filipovski. 2 young partisan fighters who were killed on March 2nd, 1942 by Bulgarian forces. Local Prilep sculptor made this, and it is the Prilep white stone. I just drove by a sign that said, "Welcome to Kavadarci municipality." So we've left Prilep, we've left Pelagonia. This third part in the Macedonian Yugoslav Spomenik series is over. Heading into wine country.